Something got you down?
Nothing. Just a...
Got my sights on you.
Somebody's been spinning a tale of... I paid his burial fees, didn't I? Let the dead sleep. Didn't anyone ever tell you not to go right... Excuse you. Never mind. What's on your mind? Yeah? I don't understand. I found Eugene's body. I know the guy shot himself. Wait, are you telling me he was murdered? He was plagued? This is all a little too much for me to take in.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down. What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation? You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half. I'm great at clarifying. I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. Instead, what do I find? But a bunch of former workers camped out around I don't know. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure. No. I've got all the. Why? Adelaide wants me back on Garden? I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me. Wait, you're telling me he's got a copy of the map? I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose.
What is it? We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. You pretty much did. Let me know if I.
Any luck finding one of... No kidding! Ain't that just ironic? 2 whole data pads? Beast. Sure, I'd be glad. What's on... Any luck? What's on your mind? Couple months. I owe them money. What's on your mind?
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
System. Searching for unauthorized person.
Incoming! All right.
Unexpected investigating.
Incoming! Three switches. That'll be easy enough.
Unexpected beginning.
Here they come! That's the last of them!
Get away! Go away, Phantom! Go away, Phantom! You're not real! You're not real! Get away from me, Fat! You can talk? See, Higgins? This is why you must... Of course. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for... Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna... I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything. You mean why did the mechanicals go on a murder? I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out. I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repair. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they... You know, you remind me of myself back when I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other. Yes, that's exactly it. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you. Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. The tail. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Event braised, boiled, charred, skewered, sprats, mechanic. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old What's eating you?
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Processing.
Watch out! That's the last of them!
Where'd it go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the Veil?
Unexpected.
Incoming!
Yeah, huh?
Bring us honor, soldier. Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. So this is... I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but...
Any luck finding one of those manuals? No kidding! Real? The geothermal plant? That's a complete set! Aside,
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Zoe says she fought her way out, fresh off the limb.
The last. Once we do this, there's no going back. Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly... But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really? I mean... I think you did the right... Something you need?
Home is where the heart is. Marauders took that saying a little too literally.
I know, I'm trying to think.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault. What's on?
wits about you, friend.
Don't see why Thomas can't just get the generator up and... Something I can help you with?
I don't know what you did to talk.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, this is all you're doing. Cutting off my power. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, you want my flock wasting? Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die. As long as Reed is still in Edgewater, I will not return. Those are my terms. Look at that.
Sorry. I'm just trying... I've been thinking about I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. You know something? I think you're right. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. You know where to find me.
Look at that. The snake.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. The matters. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from... I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again. Edgewater's not just a town to Adelaide. It's a symbol of everything that's... We're the closest thing Adelaide's got to a family. We go back to Edgewater? Sure.
I don't know how much longer we'll last without power.
I don't know how much longer we'll last without power.
Don't know how much longer we'll last without...
Standing around the campfire is nice and all. Something I can help you with?
I'm not in the lightest of humors right now. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Thomas.
This is all happening so fast. Edgewater could use another mechanic.
If you see Reed, let him...
This was a nice family, you know.
Look at that. The snakes come back. Good for them. I'm glad. I expected it'd end like this. I expect you've done enough for the Vale. It is too late, and I'm tired of talking. Leave me be. Got nothing to say to you.
Another day at the cannery.
Work your jaw on some space music to my... It's not the best music.
Something got you down?
Where are we headed?
This is a fine day, friend. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. That's good enough for me. Adelaide, we are in your debt. I am authorizing you for a discount on all official Spacer's Choice products. By all means. Thomas Kemp? I remember him. Had to write him up for...
He tries real hard, Mr. Thompson.
I will give him a chance to impress me. If he knows his way around a tool, I do. Grace Romero, wasn't it? Brusque, truculent, never seemed to care much for cannery work. Likely because I was squandering her talents. If she knows her way around... This whole fiasco is not one I am keen on repeating. I was too hard on my own workers. With more hands at the cannery, I expect productivity will rise. I expect we'll grow.
Where are we headed? Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have... Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking. Oh, it's kind of you to say that. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean... thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain. Yeah, huh?
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power... Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering... Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay... What can I do for you, Cap? All systems are operating. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable... How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side of... What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages... The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, fight. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed, but captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly. Excellent. I'll send her a while. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will... Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance. It has limits. First-generation tech. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Best used in moderation. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram. A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. Science, that's how. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going...
Transmission ended. If you are ready to Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony would you like to discuss? Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, He built his laboratory into there is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. A sensible choice, as we do not have any laser weapons. The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells, even knowing the location. My systems resist my order. Of course. What part of the colony would you like? We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take. How can I be of assistance? I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes. I require a captain to pilot. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some in our travels together. Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to him. If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? How can I be of Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? Why was the chemist sad? Because all her beakers now playing a It's not the best choice. Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to. As you wish, Captain. What part of the colony would you like to discuss? Where in Terra 2? Edgewater is the sparkling county seat of Emerald Vale. Or it was when the town is near the coordinates where Captain Hawthorne died. It would not be unfortunate. You mean the ones who did not answer my distress call with me? I'm sure they are wonderful humans who don't deserve to be wiped out by starvation. Since you diverted power to Edgewater, the botanical... Meanwhile, the cannery's output increased. Thank you for nothing, Captain. As am I. Of course. What part of the colony? Where in Monarch? Ah, Monarch. The armpit of the Halcyon system. Her last functioning port town is Stellar Bay. I believe it has something to do with the planet being an... You may wish to survey the residents in Stellar Bay for additional data. It's sublight run for the purpose of shipping contraband. And before you ask, take care. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony? We're cleared to dock. If we're going there, I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1 million. The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original freighter. I have filed the required docking form. I'll be here.
As always, I am at your Anything you'd like to discuss? Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run of that's what I grew up in a... I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit... My parents, they internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. I envied that. I wanted that peace. They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power. The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand... Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's... The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found, but the plan is not one rigid path. Some choices make the path smoother. It's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated. I honestly don't know What about you? What's your story? And how did he do that? Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend that seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you? A commendable attitude. Bakonu, the author, had some interesting... Unfortunately, he was also one of the philosophisms of false religion, but most of the philosophist perversion... I've been thinking on that. There's a former he's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the philosophy. Thank you, Cap. I find myself marveling at... Something vexing you, Captain? Of course. Are you ready to break into security on the Groundbreaker? If I can access the data card, that'll give us... I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifest. Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of... I meditated, led sermons...
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern. Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was. I'm not exactly a model employee. It's not normal for anyone to do as... When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were... Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling. Yep, nothing much had changed. I'd noticed straight away that he was moving slower. And stiffer. About a year. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. Oh gosh. Look at the time! Sometimes I wonder about Mr.
Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
By Verity, what are we contemplating today?
Where are we headed?
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this... work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud! I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed. Right. Welcome to my little, habitations. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is not at all my intrepid accomplice. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the... Of course. What's on your mind? Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of... Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. Absolutely. Let's talk. No, and I've...
Ah, the wanted criminal himself. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy. Oh, fine. For what it's worth, I am pleased that I picked you out of the hope for your talents after all. It's only natural that others would gravitate. That's odd. I'm at least 65% certain my tone was... What's on your mind? Absolutely. Oh, good. Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds before I'd lose consciousness and die of hypoxia. Are you... To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work to be done. The Hope's colonists won't revive themselves, you know. Because we've lost our way, the Hope is full of specialists. Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your shelf life, so to speak. No offense. Ah, you begin to perceive the truth. 10 years. That's how long the average human can... But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living proof that it can be done. There's yet hope for... We'll do our very best. I'd best get back. Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%. Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime. Careful, that's my communications terminal. The cysty pigs make excellent test subjects, also surprisingly nutritious. Your old hibernation mask. Had to remove it, you know, in case you were prone to vomiting.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his... If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to... May luck be with you. Make yourself at home, Captain. Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be... Did you want to talk about something else?
Just checking your ship's manifest.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
Yes, you caught me ruminating. What's occupying your thoughts?
Where are we headed?
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
We moved cargo 60.
If it wasn't for us, this whole damn station would have shut down. You learn to keep your eyes to yourself in my job. Nobody wants you looking close at their cargo.
Wish we had bigger weapons, but no. Be careful about blowing holes in the hull.
Customs and inspection. Right this way.
Identification, please. Everybody's got an ID. Oh, let me guess. You, left it in your other pants? I hear that one a lot. You've got a ship, but you've never...
Sure did. And now we're in space!
Well, welcome to Groundbreaker. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be...
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done...
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. Can't miss it. Access to that information is above... I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, if I had to take a guess as to why, You must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of him? Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay? Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. You need anything else? Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holding. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Are you pulling my leg? Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing. A few years before, her sister Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew, I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen near sitting around drinking whiskey and smoke. Glad to help. Relative to the board holdings, they aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who... They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you, Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all...
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Happy to help. That's my...
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss.
Can we move this along? I have a
All right. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get this... Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. They can't abide an independent township. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim it. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. There's no working with the board. They don't share. Not bits, people. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that. Sounds like, yeah. But they got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces.
The board wouldn't do...
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe...
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. Sure thing. Be seeing you.
Huh?
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
I could spend hours So, tell me what's on...
Carry on. Hey there. Be seeing you.
You're keeping your uniform clean.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Chewbacca, after
If you're not crew, you're little people.
Doritos Purpleberry Punch. You want to
Didn't the board rep's office used to be in the
Careful
docking
where you
base?
smoke. The crew builds
Yeah.
this for...
About 10 years back.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regular...
How do you do? And welcome to the rest. Sorry. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left. Fine as long... Chief Tennyson holds the ship together. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified... Our local garbage collectors. She freely admits she planted... Of course, most of... I try and steer clear of that... Now see here, What was I doing again?
Carry on.
Bless my heart. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my... Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their nose... Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Phineas, that old kook. He was real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help. Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. She sent me a recording of a distress... Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that. Can't say I know for...
Sounds like someone poking it.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide. Maybe whatever they're hiding went to... If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. My goodness, aren't you? Should you find yourself responding, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea in my famous... Law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but... Yes, dearie? Take that darling ship of yours down to Roseway. Shouldn't be too tough. Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. Gracious. I was just sitting... What do you want, then? That's right, dear. Though for how long, I can't say. The board can't abide... They've always got one ski, but it won't work. Groundbreaker's radiator. Miss Junlei's supposed to be getting them fixed. The board can't... They've always got... But it won't work. No, ma'am. Ask the common folk, and they'll... Because that's what... I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of... Those board folk are real... But old Gladys knows the score. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreak. Probably. Every once in a while. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch. But who knows? Oh, a little of... I also need throw...
I'm not sure that's...
That's half the... But that's not what you wanted. Anytime. If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. Anytime.
Hands off the lady, all right?
Hey.
Understood. I'll keep my head down.
Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular...
Got one more hour before the Dockmaster bills me. How many beers can I down, do you think?
This heat's unbearable.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radio. Oh, and it's not a lot of slogans to keep track of. Some heard of it. My orientation Aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a spacious choice, Spirit. So, what can I get you? Some soap? I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just... I can... Spacer's choice. Sprat wash. Don't miss out on... Trouble sleeping? The blast will send you through the stratus. You would... I mean... Why, anyone can be a Spacer's choice consumer. Add an additional... At Spacer's Choice, we care about your... Even if my contract... Now, are you ready to make Spacer's... damn it. No slogan for that. If there are self-made... Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most... Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality? Anything and everything. Whatever you want. We got it. And when you... have a look.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear? You can't keep me out.
I'm sorry. Am I See, Furu? We could have avoided all this on... Let me get one thing straight. As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. You say that like it's weird. Like I said, Jesse, I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all. Be my guest, if you know something I don't about... Good luck getting to Jesse, and better luck if you do. She's a real piece of work.
Something I can help you with? Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. If only my other patients... The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit... She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records. Take care. What seems to be the problem? Take care.
Ms. Doyle isn't having any visitors. How long till the new hospital?
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
Got a cough that won't quit and criminy. Alright, okay. Seems I've got to do something.
The truth is, I'm not sick. You, ain't... See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when... Alright, I'll fess this part up too. If it means... 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced. Udom was my buyer for when I'd acquired the diamond. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got... Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me... Thanks for helping me with the... Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Can't say I've seen you before. If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Did he now? He must be referring to... I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. Our a brave idiot with a penchant for getting it... Surgery, mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by. The board won't let their doctors and nurses station here, and they own all the medical school. Everyone on staff here on Groundbreaker. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla. You look out, though. Keep hanging around. What can I do for you?
Any word on Jessie? Let's just say she... So, did you find her, or what? Good luck. The board...
Wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go? How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch, okay?
You know that sound when you... I got a full line of weapon modifiers. Why, it gets...
All the better for
Self-improvement.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? Extended ammo magazine and a barrel no and yes. When you only takes a bit... Most ships have a workbench near the cargo hold. Ours... Right here for... A what? Sorry, hon. Here... So, what can I get you?
interrupt your
If it wasn't for
regularly
us,
scheduled
this whole damn
advertisements for the
station
following
shut
story.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those I hear tell some folk down in the radi, and we're all sweating buckets wondering when the power... Couldn't say. All I know is we're cooking in our own... They're supposed to gather up... Instead of the heat going where it ought, though. Weeks? I've lost track. Too law-damn engineering. Chief Ju... Don't know what's got her dragging her heels. That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the earth, there's nobody who knows more about the station's gut. She doesn't come around here often, though. Nothing you need.
Yeah, I've done work for Sublate. Need to pay the bills somehow. What do you recommend?
It only gets ugly around here with the corporates. Colonials are always itching for a fight.
I'll be just a moment.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on ground.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. Oh, he was my dear... You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Ah, but tell me, how did he die? Oh, awful business that. But why? How? Right, you're going in. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry. Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that... Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you... That's... Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there any... It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly... Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's fine, really. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory... That's...
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but...
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I quite concur. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work? Be my guest. I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears. I have few complaints.
Chief Tennyson is... Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that. Oh, good law! No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Best to be clear, I believe. Oh. They're here to keep the peace, of course. Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status, and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign. When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, a luxury stateroom reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. Oh, good law. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaw. Ask away.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorists. RT greeting. Potential custom. This unit dispense protein. This unit is shock simulation non-functional. Shock simulation. How? Did shock subroutine complete? Estimated guilt level of custom. This unit dispense proteins for beginning dispensing. Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Brown. Report any sightings.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice, too. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jess. Tell you what, I'm a little short. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. She helped me win a bet. We were on a smuggling run planetside when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantis. And, as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught... Yeah, but the important thing is I won the bet. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain. Traveling in style, are we?
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.